Welcome back to another edition of the Seven Hills Resident of the Month. This is for the month of June, and the spotlight this month is on our very own author from Seven Hills, Kayla Powers. Kayla Powers.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank
I'm
you.
getting you mixed up because back in the day I coached Kayla in softball, and we had Kayla and Kaylee and Kayli, and that seemed to be the popular kind of name.
Yes.
Kayla Powers has become quite the author here in a short amount of time. So why don't we start by just saying how you got involved with that?
So, back in like 2017, I was working at a daycare, and I was thinking about going back to school to get my degree in education. And then while I was looking through colleges and stuff, I didn't think that it felt like the right path for me at the time. So I started asking myself, what am I supposed to do with my life? What would make me happy? And since work was becoming stressful, I was kind of came up with an idea to distract myself from thinking about work when I wasn't there. And
Distract yourself from everyday life.
Yes.
That's the reason you became an author.
Yes.
Perfect.
And so I had this idea growing in my mind as I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
And I understand you've got a lot of ideas right here in this beautiful backyard in Seven Hills. We have a lot of construction going on in the area right now, but it's still a beautiful backyard. So the idea started to come right here, is where we sit.
I wrote pretty much the whole book sitting out here every free chance I got. So then I kind of asked myself, I have this idea, should I maybe, try to write a book? And then I kind of laughed at myself because I was I don't know the first thing about writing a book. I'm an awful speller. I don't know if I could do this. And but something was just telling me just go for it, give it a shot. So, but I didn't want to just start writing the book and then just get it published and send it out into the world. I wanted to test it out. So I found this one website called Storybird, and I wrote the first 6 chapters in 2 months, and then I think beginning of January 2018, I posted the first chapter on Storybird, and I got 30 views and a few good comments. And then I posted this, then I posted the second one and got 50 views, and then I posted the third one up to 100.
So it grew.
And so then within a little less than a month, I already had over 1,000 views with the first 8 chapters.
Wow.
So that's when I was I need to do this.
Yeah.
And the comments people were leaving me, they're saying this is the best story I ever read. I wish to be as good a writer as you are. I'm just I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, it's coming from the heart and your mind,
Yes.
and you went with it.
So then I decided I'm just gonna go for it. And then April last year, I really started writing the book. And then I think I finished it within probably somewhere during the summer last year, July, August. And then I found a good editing company. They helped my book reach its full potential. My cousin Evan Morrison made the beautiful cover.
Okay. Illustrator.
Yes.
Yes.
And then I sent it off to Amazon to be published December, and I woke up Christmas morning and I was a published author.
What a Christmas present.
Yes.
Wow. Show the book again. It's The World's Craziest Love Triangle.
Yes, first book of the series.
So it's a love story?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
So, the first book starts off in the year 1821. And from the very beginning, the main character, Callie, she's on the run. She takes off middle of the night.
Not Kayla, not Kaylee.
Callie.
Okay. Continues.
So, she takes off, she disappears into the forest near her village, and her goal is to get to the village on the opposite side. She wants to get to the West Village, which is on the other side of the forest that stretches for miles and miles. And on her first day in the forest, she has a very scary encounter with a very terrifying wolf. And she does safely get away from the wolf, but she is injured. And then a little later on that day, she meets a man who happens to live in the forest, and his name is Tucker. And she swears that his eyes are glowing in the dark, and there's just something different about him, but she feels very safe with him. And since Callie is injured, Tucker convinces her to stay with him just a few days until she gets better, and then he will escort her to her destination. And so as the time goes on, her and Tucker start to get to know each other a lot better, and then they start to get very romantic with one another. And then one day when Tucker is not around, Callie decides to venture to the river, to the other side of the river that he told her not to go over. It's someone else's territory, like you cannot go over there. And so, but she doesn't think it's a big deal, and she jumps over the river anyways. And while she's over there, she meets a man named Jameson, who also lives in the forest. And he's got like this gray skin, but he seems very nice, and he starts flirting with her a little bit, and
Plot thickens.
yes. And so as she's telling him that she's trying to get to the West Village, and he says that he could take her there, that he knows the fastest way there, that giant, terrifying wolf shows up again. And Callie's about to take off from the wolf, but Jameson goes after the wolf instead. And as Jameson is fighting this wolf, Callie realizes that Jameson is not a normal human being. There's something very different about him. And then once the fight is over, Callie finds out that Jameson is a vampire and Tucker is a werewolf. And she also finds out that they hate each other, they want to kill each other, and they've been trying to kill each other for years.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Well, that's a great summary. Now, this is not anything close to Twilight,
No.
I'm told.
No.
So if you're thinking about that, I read some reviews, and by the way, 5 out of 5 stars.
Thank you.
And one of the reviews said, it's to the readers, it's nothing like Twilight, and then another reader said this is a must-read book. So this is really exciting. And this is just maybe the tip of the iceberg as you're planning a series, correct?
Yes.
So the second book?
The second
in the
book,
works?
yes. It's going to be going off to editing very soon. So,
Okay.
that book kind of focuses on a whole nother group of people. It takes place in 2018. And like for the past few decades, there hasn't been any vampires or werewolves, so people are kind of thinking they've gone extinct. But then these group of brothers are all born with werewolf abilities, but they're having a very hard time shifting from man to wolf. And they know something's coming, and they need to figure out how to do it fast.
So where do you get these ideas? There's no werewolves back here, are there?
No, I have not seen one.
Yeah, and, you've been described as a dream chaser,
Yes.
imagination always running wild. Is that as simple as that, or
Yes, pretty much.
there's no other sources to these ideas?
I don't know. I mean, I guess because I was like watching Twilight, and I was thinking like, well, what if this happened, and what
Okay.
if that happened, and what if it took place in this century, and then I just kind of made everybody completely different and
Sure.
made my own line with it, and
Right. Yeah, because I've been told it's very different. So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're thinking that, oh, this is Twilight, no, read the book.
yeah.
7 Hills, born and raised, right? Family, boyfriend, supportive of the project.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They're
So
my motivation.
I imagine that it's not always smooth. There's bumps in the road. So how specifically do they support?
Well, they know I get frustrated easily when I've been reading the same scene over and over, and it sounds boring to me, but then I have one of them read it, and they're like, it sounds great, like, you're doing good, like, keep going. They just tell me, just, go for it and make it happen, and don't stop till it does.
Right.
So, yes, they're excited for me.
Right. So getting to know Kayla a little more, some special interests. And this is odd because werewolves and vampires are larger beings, but you're really interested in small animals.
Yes.
Any in particular?
I have a pet hedgehog.
Oh.
His name is Rue.
Where is he?
He is
He's inside?
Yes, he's inside.
Not out here?
No, I did bring him out here the other day, though. He loved it.
Okay. Great. And another special interest, I'm told, are the Jonas Brothers. Who are kind of making a comeback. aren't they?
Yes,
So you have to be pleased about that.
I am very excited.
Are you going to a concert?
Yes, Columbus, Ohio. That's the concert I'll be going to.
When's that?
So, September 5th.
Okay. So Jonas Brothers, be aware you will have an author in the audience. She will sign your books if you get her books.
I will.
Okay. Backstage, maybe? Backstage
That'd
pass?
be great.
Celebrity meets celebrity? Okay. So, obviously this takes some time, but not all the time. I think your dream in the future would be to make this a full-time?
Yes, this is what I want to do.
Venture?
I found my purpose. I'm going after it.
Well, great luck to you.
Thank you.
Very proud that I knew you since you were this tall,
Yes.
and you've become a big shot author, and Seven Hills proud to show a small token of our appreciation. You get the very coveted Seven Hills Hall of Fame t-shirt. I wear this proudly.
Yep.
If you are free on Memorial Day, we'll be in the parade. We'll have some past inductees into the Seven Hills Hall of Fame and some of our past resident of the months, hopefully, walking with us to just promote the organization. We're all about just making people aware of all the great people we have from Seven Hills and living in Seven Hills, and all the accomplishments like yourself, an accomplished author already, and probably, I would imagine, a big future ahead of you. So
Thank you.
congratulations
Thank
and
you.
best wishes and continued success.
Thank you.
And that's about it for now. Our June recipient, again, Kayla Powers, was our guest today in the beautiful backyard here in Seven Hills, Ohio. So where can we get this book? Because I'm interested in reading it, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers are.
So it's available on Amazon. You can order it as a paperback, or you can get it as an ebook on the Kindle app, or you can also get it from Barnes & Noble's website as a paperback, or get it as an ebook on the Nook app. And it's also available on Apple Books. And then there's a few others, but the link is on my Facebook page. So that's where you can find it.
Okay, so a lot of places, a lot of options. So I encourage everyone to go out and get this great book.